This has to be the most hilarious thing that I have ever seen. A couple of weeks ago, Razorfist makes a video where he explains why we should gatekeep. Now, what triggered him seems to be that two accounts on Twitter that are associated with the Battletech community preemptively blocked Razorfist. Even though he never interacted with these people, he was already blocked. And this is because there are block lists which are being shared around various communities. And they're very toxic and they're meant to keep people out. And it's people that have bad opinions that have absolutely nothing to do with the game. And because of that, Razorfist says, enough is enough. I mean, games should be for everyone. This is not okay what's happening. And we should start gatekeeping these people just the same way that they're gatekeeping us. And initially I thought, fine. I suppose you have a point. You don't want moral busybodies to ruin your game. But, it's not going to be very effective, is it? I mean, Razorfist doesn't have power. I mean, yeah, sure, he's got a couple of subscribers, probably is considered to be a moderate channel on YouTube, but he doesn't have wealth. I mean, he's not a billionaire. He doesn't work with the CEO of Battletech, right? I mean, it's not going to do a lot. Apparently, it caused a lot of butt hurt on the internet. A couple of days ago, an angry YouTuber launched a harassment campaign targeting a couple of Battletech fans' accounts on the Twitter and called for the gatekeeping of the Battletech hobby. Since then, several other Battletech fans, particularly LGBTQ fans, have been targeted, and unfortunately, a couple of Battletech YouTubers, Battletech meme pages on Facebook, and an author have expressed support for the gatekeeping campaign. Some of the harassers are using the Battletech belongs to everyone hashtag for their gatekeeping campaign and trying to claim that people they're targeting are trying to destroy this hobby somehow. The reason I find it funny is because they did exactly the same to Arch Warhammer. Like, they were coming out, it's like, Warhammer is for everyone, so we need to ban Arch. We need to have everyone, but we need to ban these people. And this is like some tactic that I've seen time and time again being used by gatekeepers. They say, oh, we need to be inclusive, it needs to be for everyone, but in reality they're gaslighting. What they're saying is, like, if you have the wrong politics, you're not welcome in our knitting community. Doesn't matter if you're the best knitter in the world. If you don't think that Drumpf is bad, you're not welcome here. So Razorfist responds to this, and I think he actually committed murder. No, when your pals failed to cancel one of the most respected Battletech writers, so take into account talented people that are legitimately contributing to the game, and they've made the game what it is, they should be fired because they're rude people. So everyone that plays the game and pays money for it is going to lose because the good writer isn't there. But at least now that you might have a mediocre or shitty writer, he might be a nice person. So Razorfist is pointing out, no, because you tried and you failed to cancel the writer, and then you demanded a groveling apology from PGI over imaginary transphobia, which they rejected. You started gatekeeping. We're just ending it. So they don't like the fact that they recognize how effective these tactics are, and they don't like it that it's being used against them. And they're hiding under the skirt of the LGBTQ community. This has nothing to do with the LGBTQ community, by the way. I've absolutely no problem playing with a gay person, playing with a transgender person. I have several transgender people that are giving me money on Subscribestar because they like my content. Alright? But this is what the moral busybody does. He's a coward. He hides behind the skirts of the LGBTQ community because they are being depowered. The power is now being taken away from them. And they realized, oh my god, wow, so you're saying that I can't go on a forum and bully people around with my ideology anymore? I can't, like in real life, I don't have any talent, and now you're saying that when I go online, people won't listen to me and they won't be afraid of me? Oh, boo-hoo-hoo, you're actually hurting. Insert vulnerable group here. And by the way, this is a tactic that communists have perfected over the last 100 of years. Like, for example, if you are against Lenin, if you disagreed with Lenin's policies, you are against the working class. If you are against, I don't know, not even communists, like if you're against Obama, like you didn't like the Obamacare Act or you didn't like a policy that Obama did, you're a racist. If you are against a policy that Hillary Clinton was proposing, you are a sexist. Now, if you're against moral busybodies acting like they're big shit on the community, and they're sharing block lists, and they're deciding which person should be allowed and which person shouldn't be allowed in the community, and they're doing a harassment campaign against the writers and the people that made the community great, you're actually against the LGBTQ, man. Like, it's not about the minorities. They don't give a fuck about the minority. What they care about is them having power, and they enjoy exercising the power by bullying other people, bullying talent. I mean, I guess it feels great to sit in your house at the little keyboard, doing the clickety-clack and trying to get people fired and seeing multi-billion-dollar corporations bending the knee. I'm pretty sure it's great, but it's the detriment at the people who actually enjoy the game. Because if you have a great writer fired, it's very unlikely you're going to have a great writer that replaces him. Probably going to be a mediocre writer. And it's not just the writer. Like, these people, they try to go on a firing frenzy, and they try to reshape corporations with people that they agree with, which don't have to be good people that actually can produce a product. So yeah, I'm understanding why Razorfist is doing it. As you can see, a lot of people are agreeing with him. People who are angry at gatekeeping tend to be the ones that gates were meant to be kept out. They're also the most intolerant and arbitrarily petty about excluding others. For them, gatekeeping is about targeting people they don't like, disagree with, or ideologically opposed, instead of just keeping out assholes who undermine other assholes. So now I'm really curious to see where this goes. I just want to follow this train wreck because it's a beauty to behold. It's going to be really interesting. I don't think Razorfist can do any damage, but seeing how they're crying and how they're like, man, YouTuber bad man, bad YouTuber, motorcycle man, music man bad. Okay, fine. Let me know what you guys think. And by the way, it would be funny if they actually mistake Razorfist with Styx. And they start blocking Styx instead. That would be funny. But I do gotta say, it's lovely to see the social justice activists all of a sudden advocate for tolerance and genuine inclusivity. No, please don't kick us away from your games. No, we want to play with you. Please be tolerant, be understanding. Oh, it's very ushkushi to see. By the way, do you know that freedom of association is a human right? Like, I can play with whomever I want for whatever reason. Like, playing with me is not a human right, it's a privilege. So I shouldn't be forced to play with anyone if I don't want to. But for some reason, the concept of human rights doesn't go very well with moral busybodies. In fact, I remember there was an entire thread on Reddit with a girl on Roll20 who was upset that some guys didn't want to play with her. And she created a fuss, and eventually the administrator from Roll20 wanted to know who the guy was so they could ban them. And I'm literally going on Roll20 and I'm looking like the top games were female only. It's like just girls wanting to play with themselves. And by the way, that's perfectly fine. It's freedom of association. Why would you want to force yourself and play with some people that don't want you there? It makes absolutely no sense. And I gotta say, I don't enjoy moral busybodies at my table. I don't like people who get offended out of the most minute things, or they start talking. It's like, oh, we can't have this or we can't have that. No. I would rather just not have you. And I would just rather play to have fun. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.